All right, all right, all right. We're gonna do some brass prep on 6GT tonight. I don't know if anyone's gonna join us or not, but we'll see. Ooh, I see so much better now. Oh, we got to do the thing here. Hold on a second. It goes there. And all messages. Go Rivy. I don't need to see that well right now. How's that? A little warmer? Nobody's here. Nope, somebody is here. If you gotta leave a comment, if you want to let me know who you are. So the first thing we're doing is we're taking the brass out of the basket, out of the dehydrator that we cleaned it in. I'm off camera just for a second while I put this over here. I think that will do it. And then, let's see, who do we got? J-Dog Pimp Daddy. See, brother, I am so sad that I missed your live tonight. Your early live. Well, oh shit, how long has that been on for? Fuck. Space Eater's been on all day. For like 14 hours now. Shit, well, just gonna do some brass because I got a lot of it and want to turn them into some bullets. Put that over there. What is this? Couple of, do I have any? So did a we just one's got a primer in it. And that one's got a primer in it. I'll have to deal with those later. So we did a load ladder today on all the bolts I was making earlier. I did. And I figured out which grain was the best. I did it because 32 bullets and they all shot, and the load data was crap, but they all shot 1 MOA. So what I think I learned is it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter which one I use because they're all shooting, like every single bullet landed. There's 32 bullets in a 1 MOA hole. And if you go to the video that I made, it's like I made a few shorts, but I made one 11-minute video. And at the end of it, at 10:38, I walk out to the end of the, out to the target, and you can see there's one hole that's got 32 bullets in it. There's a whole lot of freaking daylight in it. So that was awesome. But also, I just got to get better at reloading. I'm just still pretty new to it. And, my loads basically suck at this point. I mean, the bullets are shooting great, but I'm not getting a tighter group of what do you call it? Of feet per second. I'm not getting a tighter range, which is supposed to help your accuracy a lot. And, it doesn't make that big a difference at 100 yards, but it makes a big difference at 600 yards because that 1 inch square on the target at 100 yards, 1 MOA is 1 inch, but at 600 yards, that 1 MOA is 6 inches. So you want to be down at sub MOA. Like 0.6 is good, but 0.4 is better. Yeah, let's see what happens here. So I've never used these dies before. Oh, shit. Oh, man. I might not be using them tonight either. These might require some setup. Shit. Well, it should work. Let's see. On the other hand, nobody ever made their perfect load right off the bat. You'll get there. Thank you. Yeah, I suppose not. I mean, I suppose it should be. Well, right now it's not any better than Hornady. Like literally, I did some the other day, and they were like the range was at 54 feet per second for I think 10 or 12 rounds, and I also did some warm up, or maybe 5 or 6 rounds, whatever, and I did some warm up with Hornady, and it was the same 54.1. It was exactly the same. So, oh shit, does this one come with the shell holder? Man, that is shit, because I do have the Hornady shell holders, but they're upstairs. Does it come with the reloading info? And I probably have it over here on the, I got the book, so that's not an issue. And let's see. So we're doing some setup while we do this. Yeah, but thank you, man. That is true good advice. That is true wisdom right there that you are sharing. That is the real shit. So what is this? Oh, that's bullets. Like, so is that? Oh, this is probably empty. Sorry, I'm just trying to be organized here. So hey, man, I'm really sorry I missed your live, because I'm a big fan, and I would love to have seen it. And in fact, see, I could say this to you, like, hey, if you want to go live, I will get off and come on your live while I do this. That would be way. I mean, the part of the reason I came on, and I was gonna dick around with these shell casings. This is a different shell. This is 6GT. So there's 6GT. I don't know if you can see that. So there's 6GT. Let's see. Hold on. So here's 6GT, and here's 6 Creed. And the case is, there's more case capacity in the 6 Creedmoor, because the 6 Creedmoor is the same case as the, who's the other lurking cocks in here? Drop a comment. Thank you. Yeah, you got a little bit more case capacity in the 6 Creed, and it's a little faster. I think we're running like 26 and a half, 2630-ish with the 6 GT, and about 3,000 with the 6 Creedmoor. So I have to redo this in a minute anyway, because I don't have the right shell holder in. No. Well, I don't have the right shell holder in. Now that looks like it. That feels like it'll work. Let's see. Yeah, it totally works. So then this goes, hold on. That's down. So I'm sorry if it's not all that super interesting, because, I'm doing stuff. Oh, can you see what I'm doing over here? A little bit. There we go. Nope. Hold on. There. So I'm doing the sizing die. There. And then we back this off, and we go another third return, and then we lock it down. Cool. So what that does is it allows us to push the spent primer out, and oh shit, we can't do it quite yet. And then we gotta lubricate the brass. I have a fuck ton of brass over here, and I don't know how much we're gonna make yet. That 6 Creed is a fast case. Yeah, it's fast, and it shoots amazing, and it just feels really good to shoot. I don't know. So here is the load data from today. I don't know if you can see this. So So you notice, like, so they should sort of just go up a little bit and then flatten out, and up a little bit and flatten out. But the fact that they're going up and down and up and down means that my powder measure is just super inconsistent right now. And it could be me, or it could be the charge master. It could be the powder dispenser that I'm using. So I have another scale that I still have to figure out how to use, but sorry. So I think what I'm gonna end up doing is cross-reference it, like use both scales. Use the scale in the pan of the dispenser, and then set it over on the other scale and see if it's consistent. And that may not be the best way to do it, but for me, for right now, it'll be the most accurate. It's weird how it goes up and yeah, it is, because it means that the velocity is. And so here I'll share my shame with you. So we're going from like just picking a random one anyway. We go from like 30 up to 30 72, right? So that's 40 feet per second between two rounds with the same loading. And then it drops back down to 30 25, then it goes back up to 3,000, and oh, sorry. So you're looking at like 20, 30, 40 feet per second differences per cartridge. But meanwhile, all the bullets landed in a 1 MOA hole. So it's ridiculous. So it's like, well, shit, if they're all shooting 1 MOA, then just pick any one, right? Is what I could do. But I think what I'm going to do is, but the Hornady Black that I've been using, the Hornady Black type shit, in 105 grain, is also shooting 1 MOA. And I've been getting groups as low as 0.6 MOA and winning with it. So, or, winning my division first or second place for the last 2-3 months of competitions. So it just sort of like, given that my reloading deal is not really on yet, I think I'll just stick with the factory ammo. So I'm looking for the load data for 6GT in the Hornady. Why? This is the Hornady 11th edition, so it's got to be in here. I just don't know where. Weighed twice, yep. I mean, yeah, 1 MOA is, you gotta see that picture of the 32 holes in one hole, 32 rounds in one hole. It was ridiculous with a couple of what is the page? Modified case. Oh, shit. Duh. You watch that later one tonight. Well, thanks, man. I had to, because I just like hit the, upload the video, make a short, and then it doesn't show the target at the end, which is sort of anticlimactic if you ask me. So I uploaded the whole damn video, but I don't expect anyone to watch it. It's like it's 11-minute video, but at 10 minutes 40 seconds, I show the target, and let's see if there's a 6.5 Grendel, 6 Creed. You would think 6 GT would be after 6 Creed, but it goes toward the 243 Winchester. You'd think after all the 256, 250, so I'm out of them. Where is my 6 GT? I got 6 Creed, 243 Winchester, 6 PPC. It should be after that. I mean, in my mind, it would be a couple of pages. 6 BR. Well, 6 BR is going to eat all this up, I would think. 6 ARC. We'll be visiting that page again. Just fucking with the 6 ARC today. It was a pain in the ass. 6 ARC. 6 ARC. Bolt done. 6 ARC. 6 ARC. There's a lot of, these are all the bullets. Well, I'm using Hornady bullets, so it should work. Let's check before the 6 ARC. Yeah. So I'm sorry I'm not super engaged in the conversation. So Chanson shot me a text yesterday with pictures from this gun show, and I kind of lost my shit because some of the shit that they had there was super fucking impressive. And it's like 2 hours from here. So I just hightailed, I just put my shoes on and went. I wasn't planning on getting off the couch yesterday, but I did. And so, and I went with a whole bunch of money, and I came home with a whole lot less. And the prices were stupidly expensive, but I didn't. Some of the shit I was willing to pay for. Six PPC Bentra, 6 ARC, 6 ARC, 6 Remington, 6 Creedmoor. How in the 11th edition is it possible that there is no 6 GT? I could get the load data elsewhere, but it would offend me if it's not in here, since I'm using Hornady brass and Hornady although I ain't talking about what I got because it was gun show type shit. But it'll quietly make an appearance on the channel. So let me ask you though, if you don't mind my asking. So you got the L-Dub and the AK. In the end of the world, shit hits the fan. Chinese hordes are invading on all coasts, landing on all coasts. Do you take the L-Dub or the AK? If you don't mind my asking. Feel free to not answer if you don't like that question, but I'm curious, like, all right, that's what I wanted to hear. Because, in a world, in a country full of badass ARs, does one need the AK? I mean, what are you gonna take? And I would take the 16-inch AR. I mean, I have the 10.5 suppressed but I would just take the shit that has the least amount of things that can break. You know, but I do have a really nice 10.5 with the can and bootleg adjustable gas block. So I'm trying to fucking find this cartridge, and I can't believe that it's not in here. And then apparently it's not. What a load of fucking shit. What? Well, I can fucking Google it. I just can't do it with that phone, but ha ha ha. I have the old phone with me. Yeah, and we got a lot of it. You can carry more of it. You can get it, right? It's like it's here and you can get it. Plus, I mean, I have a fuck ton of it already. So, like, you know, I've heard plenty of people say if it was shit hits the fan somewhere else in the world, then they would take anywhere else, any other country, certainly any Eastern country, Europe, you'd want to have the AK. But in this country, you want to have the AR because, you know, Lake City. And you don't need, you know, and in that case, Winchester White Box will work just fine. I mean, when it goes off. Yeah, so I've actually had more failure to fires, just failure to like shit that doesn't rounds that don't go bang with Winchester White Box than any other ammo, which is really depressing. Or an AR-10 also. I mean, if you're feeling strong and you want to carry it, and you're good with 20-round mags, and you want to punch bigger holes. Yeah, it's a bigger hole puncher. But we have options, But I was thinking, I was asking myself at the gun show, does one need an AK? I mean, in some ways, it's a stupid question because I already have the ARs and they are sorted out and they run good and and I shoot them in competition and so really sort them out that they work and they run and they do. All right. Oh my God, half of it? Same. I had a brick of red white box, 9mm. Over half of it didn't go off, but I have a bunch of 45 ACP Winchester white red box I got on a good deal, and I'm hoping this treats me better. All right, so I mean, better than that shouldn't be that hard to accomplish, but now that I remember, it was 45 auto, but it was like 2 or 3 in a box that didn't run of 50. So that wasn't terrible, but just CCI Blazer brass, which is like the cheapest new shit you can get, and every one of them goes bang. All right, hang out with me. Maximum case length for 6 GT Hornady brass. Wow, this thing is going really slow. Maximum case length for 6 GT brass.
The maximum case length for 6mm GT brass is officially 1.725 inches, according to SAMI. However, a recommended trim 2 length is 1.715 inches. Always measure your specific chamber, as they can vary.
Okay. So 1725 with a minimum of 1715. That is not a lot of room for error. Let's see. Oh, here. And let's also bring up some music. It's really quiet in here. Here. Anybody else? Let's see. I don't think I have to press. Oh, wait. There are more. Even the Cabela's Herders. Herders is a Cabela's brand? I did not know that. I did not know that. Fuckers. All right. No, I can't do it. Oh, I can do it somewhere else. Let's see. Oh, I've seen it other places. I've seen it at gun shows, on tables. I've seen it as a what do you call it? I think I've seen shotgun shells from them, and it just looks old. It looks like what it could be brand new, but it just looks like that it's been out for 20 years. It looks like it's. I mean, I've definitely seen it at Cabela's, but we could Google this. But first, we got to do something else. Is Herter's a Cabela's brand of ammunition?
Yes, Herters is a Cabela's private brand of ammunition, now part of Bass Pro Shops. It's designed for budget-friendly shooting and is manufactured by companies like Winchester.
You nailed it, bro. You nailed that right on the head. I did not know that. All right, let's see what we got here. Smith Customs, good evening. Wait, I never saw that it was A.T. Smith. I always just saw Smith.
Pricking can be. The Glucomax changes every.
So, tell me if it's too loud, but if it was even possible to be too loud. We are on the reloading bench, and we're about to do some brass. And I think this should work. Let's see. We're going to find out real quick. No, that is too... Oh, shit. I know what the problem is. Hold it. Got to move it. Am I going to get a copyright infringement? Well, Hampty always has music playing when he reloads, so I'm going to take a chance. Besides, I'm playing it off YouTube, so fuck them. That should keep us busy for a while. J-Dog, do you recognize what this is? I would hope. Obviously, the musical selection has been inspired by J-Dog because of his musicalizations because you take care of us with the Rush, I felt that I must take care of you with the Rush. And shit, this is one of the first rock and roll albums, that. So I have an older brother who's 2 years older, and he bring home albums. People would loan him albums, like record players. And besides Dark Side of the Moon is like the first rock and roll album I've ever heard besides pop shit like Elton John and the shit they played on the radio, DVD Brothers and all that. But like this was early rock and roll. The first time I played this, I fucking lost my mind. 12 years old with the headphones on the big sit on top. It was like an all-in-one stereo with a clear plastic that would go up, and the record player was on top. And first time I heard 2112, which is the first Rush I ever heard, I fucking lost my mind. Let's see if I can. We're in business now, bitches. Got a problem. Houston, we got a problem. Do I need a fucking toolbox? I don't even know how this fucking thing works. Probably should have checked the fucking direction first. Hasn't that been? I know I shouldn't be late, so. So it's 11 o'clock here. So it's not past my bedtime. And plus, I passed out on the couch at 6. Drop like a fly. So it's going. So, I mean, Rush was a good band in the 80s, but Rush was a great band in the 70s. And they had radio airplay and shit in the 80s, but in the 70s, they did shit. St. going so great. Going to coat the L-dub in more citrus strip and try to get more paint off. Well, I think it looks fucking awesome the way it is. It doesn't matter. Oh, wow. Well, shit. 7's really early. I mean, it doesn't matter what I think. You do what you want. But that combination, I didn't know it was citrus strip, but that's good to know. But I thought that it looks amazing, and then you got a little bit of paint on it, so it gives it that sort of like vintage look, like it's been through some shit. It's like, I think it looks really cool. But that's just an opinion. You make it look however you want, or you can get it down to wherever you want and paint it all again if you want to. I did, I did a bunch of rattle can, and I'm pretty happy with how the rattle can looks. But like every time I look at it, I'm like, I don't really want to. Like, I look at other options on what I would do with, like, would I? She's gonna get rattled in the summer again. I totally agree with doing it in the summer when it's hot, so the paint, you put the paint on real light. But like wait till it's like 100 out, 80, 85, 90, and just let the metal sit in the sun for a while and get really hot, and put the paint can in the sun too and let that get hot, and then and the paint just goes right on and stays real thin and dries and seems hard, and so. I think that's a collet. Let me fucking get a wrench on this thing. Sorry. Enjoy the music for a moment while I get some wrench or something over here. I just feel like it'll be able to sit America. I'm like, man, I should have a toolbox out here. And they're like, oh, Jesus, I got fucking rollaways out the ass over here. It's not doing what I want to do. Okay. Should be too small. Don't mind me not being on. Oh, he's back. What's popping out here, fellas? Hey, Chris. We are just trying to do some reloading. These are dies I've never used, and so I probably should have read the manual first because I'm sort of fucked up. So. Seems like we're going. Did not punch the primer out though. So we tempt fate and try it again. More lube. Because you want more lube. You want to be nice and slick. Oh, sorry, bag's in the way. So we're just sort of readjusting everything here. See if we can figure out. Okay, so that. Okay, so that's not touching. That's touching. So now we take this down, and we're going to turn this up another quarter turn so that it makes really good contact. And then we're going to spin this down. Why are you still awake? What? I might have to end that tomorrow. What are we ending tomorrow? Hold on. That's a good question, too. Oh, shit. Shit. This is bullshit. I haven't had coffee in 6 weeks, guys. So hey, I'm trying to do some reloading here, so forgive me if I'm not catching every. Never had jalapeno ketchup, so for sure. I've had jalapeno ketchup. How about horseradish? Like the beaver. Do you guys have beaver horseradish mustard? Man, I'm gonna have to fucking get like plastic. Like my fucking neck looks horrible. Nothing like getting old, guys. I mean, let's see if this shit works. It's not working. And the part that's not working is I'm not getting the primer punched out. I heave a sigh and sadly smile and lie a while in bed. I wish that it might come to pass, not fade like all my dreams. Just think of what's mine might be. Fucking do this. Oh, it's out. Now I'm going to read this the whole fucking thing. Take this down, and now we go. Hold on. Okay. Now let's see about another one. I think we're in business. How is Carson missing this aura stream where everyone wears it? Hey, well, first of all, I am honored to have the great J Dog in my stream. And I'm not even fucking saying it, right? And we got Rush going. And the shit is getting resized, so. Oh, I saw that. So, and y'all are learning with me. Maybe you already know. The HUD bench is just crap. It's always a fucking hit, but there's like so much shit here about. And we also see the wife staying. She loves that fucking thing. We have a scene. When I was like a 12-year-old kid, that shit blew my mind. And I ain't a 12-year-old kid anymore. Let's see.
I recently purchased the most popular glucose meter online and decided to test it with you. If you have diabetes...
No extra charge for the ads. Do y'all have your footy hoodie onesies? Camo tactical footy hoodie onesies? Drop seat. This shit is the bomb for winter time. I mean, I have my Grinch shirt on underneath, but yeah, this is like my uniform in the winter time. Before I start saving for the $6,500, what rifle is $6,500? Do you have any tips on where I should look for 45 110 brass? Because I can't find. So I've never even heard of 45 110, bro. What are you gonna do with that? I mean, like, I have seen some, like one of the guys I shoot with in the competitions, who's a pretty, from what I hear, he's a pretty good PRS shooter, like a ranked PRS shooter. He's a gunsmith. He's got an $8,500 or he's got a rifle for sale for $8,400 that he brings to the events, and it's sweet. Like, I mean, my guns, my PRS guns are like $1,500, $2,000. I got one coming. The gun, just the gun, will be under $1,000 with the trigger. But I mean, I'll spend. Well, this one's just factory stock. It's more like a thing for the channel where you can see how how good it is, with, like for a factory action and barrel. But yeah, I need to know what the fuck what is a 45 110, and what are you going to do with this beast? Shiloh Rifle Company Sharps model. Wow. That'll be some serious aura farming right there. Well, you should probably ask them where to get the brass. Because if they don't know, I wouldn't buy the fucking thing. There's gonna be no fun if you can't shoot it. Oh, you probably. You probably get a Sharps for less than that. I don't know. I mean, what does that model, the original Sharps, go for? Not that it'd probably be too accurate anymore, and you sure wouldn't want to rebarrel it if it was. But shit, you could. Sorry about the commercials. You can go on Gunbroker or Rock. I mean, you probably know all this shit, but $1,000 shots with open sights with black powder. That's some shit right there. That is some serious shit. When I was shooting at the range, they're having a 50 BMG 600 yard competition going on because my club only goes to 600 yards. And I was expecting to see Barretts, and these guys had bench rest guns, like the 6mm, BRs and BRAs and shit. But it was up 50 millimeters. It was 50 BMG with barrels this fucking thick, with on bench rest stocks. And I have never seen that before. Didn't even know it existed. No idea. So no, you're at a whole other level, bro. I'm fucking shooting 6 GT and 6 Creedmoor, and even 6 arc, I'll admit to. Still got a little bit of 6 arc around, although I'm really loving the 6 GT and the 6 Creed. 6 Creed's like a new favorite, but it's sort of a barrel burner. So hoping to get sponsored before I gotta buy more barrels, but it ain't that expensive, so I'll probably be stocking up. Dude, that is some serious shit you're talking about. Is that Chanson? Chanson's in the house. What is up? All the comments are away. I see them now. What's up, J-Dog? Okay. Well, we're making boulots. I was creative. I'd get some mashups on. That sort of Hampty's department, but we could just salute to him by playing mashups. He plays some really good mashups. It's not my department. So I'm trying to make sure the The neck is lubed before it goes in the sizing die.
I got to. It's time to screen for colon cancer. Also, I'm just going to the porch.
Cologuard is for people 45 plus at
Sorry.
average risk, not high risk.
False positive and negative results may occur. Ask your provider.
I was trying to do it on Cirrus, but it's on that phone. Oh my God, they got two of them. For those who don't know, this was Rush 2112, inspired by our local Rush fans. But all the comments are away. What does that mean? Like I said before, I'm here to long distance, but I'm new long distance. The black powder stuff has attracted my attention more. The longest shot I've made was 200 yards. Well, that's cool. They have a hold on. They have a 600-yard black powder here at least one, maybe two of the clubs I compete at. So before I got into this, I don't even know. Longest shot I probably had was 300, and like 200 fairly consistently, 300 once in one day of 300, and I got 30 rounds on the target, but it was in about a 50 MOA target. So 50 MOA. And I went so I joined this club that had a 550 range, the locals were like super friendly, and they just sort of grabbed me and showed me some shit, and I was out there with my wife, and we on their guns, and then they showed me how to die on my gun, and we were hitting 4-inch clay pigeons on the berm at 550 yards from the first shots. And I guess it really helps to have some people that know what the fuck's going on. But but I can't fucking see 600 yards, let alone see them through iron sights. Now they do an iron sight competition also after the bench rest comp. They do an iron sight comp, and they're doing it like this week as a memorial for a club member, prolific club member who's gone before us. Yeah, that's a whole other level of shit. I can't fucking. I can't. Fuck, I barely see it through a 35 power scope, bro. So my hat's off to you. Like I could shoot into that zip code, baby, but I don't fucking know. So you're going for a whole level that I have a complete awe But it's all doable, you know. Like that was my point, was that, you know, they had us, you know, hitting 4-inch clay. That's 4 inches is 0.66 MOA at 600 yards. I mean, I strive to do that during competition. If I could do a 10-shot 4-inch group, so right now I'm doing like 1 MOA at 600 is 6 inches. So if I can hold it down to 0.6 MOA, I'm feeling very accomplished, and that's with 30 or 35 or 40 power scope. So you're wanting it. So I assume you're not. I don't know, but I assume guys who open sights are not getting that kind of accuracy. But fuck if I know. I mean, maybe. But if they do a black powder, I've never attempted to shoot further, but my rifle is a 30-30, so between 250 to 300, it just drops. Yeah, but you can just go on Google and Google Play and download the Hornady 4DOF app, or any of the ballistic calculator apps, and you put your bullet in, and it already knows the dope. Although it's probably listed at about 100 FPS better than what it's really going to do. And that's where the chronographs come in really handy, because then once you can get your time, once you get your velocity, then you can get a lot more dialed in your calculations. That's sort of the idea. But I mean, there's all kinds of apps for that. But I just tend to use the Hornady 4DOF because it's pretty accessible, and I've already been using it. But that'll tell you. Oh, that'll tell you your drop in, your elevation in MOA or milliradians. But I don't know how your sights are set up. They probably just have clicks for like the meters, which, hey, shit, if it works, right? If you can make it work. We got a lot of 16. So buckhorn iron sights, no adjustment. Holy shit! Don't you get that pop-up thing in the back, like on the Sharps, like on the Quigley Down Under deal? Well, I mean, you're not making it easy for yourself, but if that's what your passion is, I completely support you in it. So I'm not putting it in the show anymore. I'm putting it in the cigar box. So, because I got fucking 50 out. I don't even know what the fucking like what my plan is with this. I guess maybe do another ladder. That's called a Skinner sight or a Brenner sight, and I don't have one. Does it just come on the rifle, or can you add one? I've heard of Skinner sights before. I didn't know that's what it was. I don't know how much we're doing tonight, by the way. I just figure we'll just move everything forward by. I'm not doing 100. I'm not making 100 cases. We're trimming 100 cases. I don't know if we're trimming any tonight. At least we're just getting getting the cases resized and the primers out. Oh shit! I threw it back in the box, but I'm not in the bag. But I'm not looking for it. Threw it in the wrong spot. Yep, found it. Almost did it again. Two, 4, 6. The aftermarket my rifle is an antique family heirloom that I don't want to change. Unfortunately, I'm not in a position to get another rifle right now. Well, first of all, I wouldn't change a family heirloom either. But I would also, what's your timeline for getting this $6,500 rifle? Is it like something where you have to put a big deposit down on it and then wait a year or two for them to make it, or how does it work? And then the one that you'd be competing with, the 6,500, that's a recreation, right? And a piece of art, it sounds like. And if you want to get your feet wet, you could just do like a 6.5 Creed. It's going to be hard to get a hunting rifle nowadays with iron sights on it, but you can get an AR-10, you know, with a 6.5 upper, and you'd be, and mount some iron sights, and you'd be, shit, you could do that for $800. I'll get you 600, maybe 1,000 yards. 6.5 is good. 6.5 is good for way out past a thou. You can probably shoot at a mile if you have sights that haven't that much elevation, and I would imagine that Skinner sight does, but I don't know. I mean, you need for 6.5 Creedmoor, it's something like 96 MOA to get out a mile. I only know that because I looked it up recently. 86 or 96, something like that. Three to 4 years before I have the money, then probably another 2 before I get it. I'm not opposed to scopes. I just don't have a lot of time with one. Well, it don't take long, and they're really fucking easy. And you don't need a great, you know, there's things like an Arkin is shit, $600, and probably get some, you know, they just went up in price, but you know, I think the 8 to 40 Burris that I got was on sale for $620, you know, like around 600, maybe 800, I don't know, but it's a great fucking scope. I really like the Arkans, but I'm annoyed that they just raised their prices and then had a sale to get it back to the old retail price. Their prices are up and down all the time. But this was anyway. But you know, I got 600 yard scopes coming out. My any 6 to 24. What do you call it? A Vortex Diamondback Tactical, if you can get one in a first focal plane. I've done some comps with a second focal plane scope, 6 to 24 second focal plane, and it's been just fine. But shit, I think I got, you know, DB Tacticals are always on clearance at Midway or Optics Planet for $400. And so I just got a 6.5 Creedmoor Savage Axis on Black Friday sale at PSA for $350, and they had a $75 discount that I think runs through the end of December. So you're looking at $275 for the gun and $400 for the scope, $100 for a set of rings, and decent rings. And you know, it comes with an Accu trigger, but it's still only like a 2.5 trigger. I had a $200 trigger, $235, something like that, and it takes down to about 11 ounces. You don't really need it. You don't need a stock for strength or rigidity, but it helps. But what you need it for, really, not for so much for bench rest shooting, I don't think, but it helps to have Arca rail and 10 round AICS mags just makes your life easier. And you can do that with a MDT or a field stock or a Magpul Hunter stock for $200-$300, and they go on sale. And there will definitely be, I don't know if you're ready to do it anyway, but Christmas, and then President's Day, Labor, every fucking, there's a sale on this stuff every St. Patty's Day sale, Valentine's Day, whatever. There's always, so all the sale prices I'm talking about roll around every month or so. So anyhow, but I'm guessing that's probably about $1,000, $1,500 when it's all said and done, which is going to be cheap, and you can get it in a long action. And a lot of times long actions are even cheaper than the short actions because everyone's buying 6.5 Creedmoor. And a lot of times you'll see good sales on those. But then long actions might be on sale also because there's just fewer people buying them. 30-06 or just depends. I mean, if I was gonna go that way, it'd be like 300 PRC. If I wanted, for an extreme long range gun, but I think I'd be okay with 6.5 Creed for a mile. And I don't know out past that. And if I could fucking do a mile, that's where my goals are for the year. I love the idea and like to talk, but I work seasonal and I'm barely scraping by this year. Well, I mean, we can talk anytime you want. I'm not making you get guns. Where are these fucking primers falling out of there? Oh, I see. I see what's going on here. Got spent primers everywhere on the floor. And we will address that another time. Yeah, well, I mean, I can't, so my screen name was Bruce Banner, some number 6149, and then I changed it to Precision for Pores because sort of the goal of my channel is to find shit that'll work for long range that you don't have to spend a fortune on. But $1,000, $1,500, $1,600 for a long range gun is not a lot of money. But to me, $6,400 for any rifle is a lot of money. So, but the heart wants what the heart wants, right? And you could, and I support you in getting that, not financially, but emotionally, emotionally, I support you in getting it. And people spend that much money on their PRS guns. Apparently, I want to do it for a lot less. And I would suggest getting something decent that works. Spend a little bit on a barrel and, it doesn't, you could use a Winchester stock or even a new Winchester, not a Winchester stock, a Winchester Action. Even a new Winchester Action would probably work fine, but I wouldn't trust a new Winchester Hunter barrel even to be sub MOA unless they guarantee it, in which case I'd let them send me all the barrels it takes till they fulfill it. But Savage fucking does that shit all the time for cheap. You got to respect it. You get sub MOA performance accuracy out of the box for $300 or under $300. That's fucking ridiculous. And that's a decent hunting rig. Like, I'm taking the barrel off of this. I'm taking everything. The Savage I just bought in 6.5 Creedmoor isn't good. May or may not stay 6.5 Creedmoor. I just want that short action, and then I'll put whatever barrel I want on it. Possibly another 6 Creedmoor or 6 GT or, whatever the fuck it's going to be. My standard fare, right? But it might be 6.5 for in a PRS stock for long distance. But I have this other Howa in 6.5 that's coming with his barreled action from Howa, and I got one of their 308s used in this format, and it's really fucking accurate. It's like sub MOA. So I never broke it down and put an aftermarket barrel on it. But it's also not super useful for me because I'm not doing much with 308 because 6.5 Creedmoor is way 6 Creedmoor. It's more useful. So anyhow, for what I do. But where was I going with all that? Yeah, I'm all for. I'm like I would do both, right? Like I wouldn't, if you got something that shoots accurately and you're happy with it. I mean, if I had a fairly family heirloom rifle, I wouldn't be burning out the barrel on it either, because you want maybe take a few shots a year, or a few what do you call it? A few, shoot it a few times a year. Like I have an M1 carbine that I love shooting, but I don't, 1944 Winchester, but I don't shoot it that often. But I love shooting it. And I was looking at older and rarer ones yesterday at the gun show. I just didn't want to spend $2,000 for it. It wasn't on my shopping list right now. But yeah, I mean, I would want to have something I could shoot now and learn, get my skills, and put that deposit down and, wait a couple of, whatever, to get that dream gun, that's how I would do it, because I think you can't, I don't think you were saying this at all, but I mean, you can't be waiting 2 years to work on your skills while you're waiting for your dream rifle. And you can certainly be shooting 600 or 1,000-yard iron sights between now and then, and get your skills together so that you're ready for that dream gun, that Sharps rifle, when it comes. So that's all I got. 1,000 for a good rifle is cheap for the market right now, and normally for me it would be feasible. It's just been a hard year, and the Sharps is a dream and not realistic. Well, it's not realistic for me, and I'm working, but I just got so much other shit to pay for. But then I end up spending $1,000 for a rifle here and $1,000 for a rifle there, and I got a fucking rack of these PRS guns, and more coming. Like, oh, I'm gonna do. And I just got like a stupid deal on a barrel, so I had to buy an action to put behind it, and then a trigger and it's just. Why am I doing this? Oh, because the barrel came threaded for a Savage, so I have to get a Savage action for it. But Savage Access has very few available stocks, so I ended up getting a stock from Outlier, who's also made the barrel, the backdraft barrel, the integrally suppressed barrel, and so blah blah blah. And I have a bunch of scopes, but I could have bought a scope for it, but like shit, 650 for there's several, if you have to wait for the sales and stuff, but 650 puts a lot of really decent, capable, not loopholed money, but a lot of really capable Chinese, Japanese, Philippine type shit scopes in reach, but they can totally do 600 or 1,000 yards. So, but when you're ready, you could, like, I'm not on Insta. All these guys say, um, hit me up on Insta, and that would be great. But I got to figure out a different way to hook up with people, because I'll have these conversations with you all the time. So I'm sitting, literally, I'm going to shut the live off in a minute and go sit down and smoke my cigar in the dark and look at my phone for a while and veg out. And I would love nothing more than to have email or phone calls with you and talk about all this shit, all night long, as long as you want to. I understand it's probably earlier here than there, but I'm totally available for this shit. And I don't need to buy a rifle right now. Talk about plans. So I'm just a little bit ahead of you. I mean, so that part of it, you're saying your longest shots are at 200. Up until last May, my longest shots were 200 and 300. And then, I went to the 550 range, and we were shooting pie plates off the berm, or rather 4-inch sporting clays, 4-inch clay pigeons. I'm tired. And my mind doesn't work as well when I'm speaking out loud on the lives like this. So anyhow, so we went from 200 to 550, and then those guys were like, "Oh well, you got to start doing the 600-yard competitions." Like, okay. And I had like a Bear Creek 6-arc bolt action upper for an AR lower, and I put and I think we had my wife's scope on it, which is like a 6 to 24 second focal plane Crimson Trace that I bought on sale for about $300 about a year ago, and it worked fine. I mean, I think I scored a 75 on the first time I competed. I scored a 75 out of 100, and the guy who was like the club guy who kind of scooped me up and was teaching me all this shit. He was like, "Shit, I think I scored a 58." He told me he was like, I thought I sucked. He's like, "No, bro, that's a fucking great score for a first time out." And I was out working with the rifle today, this afternoon, and man, it's just not fucking shooting right. So I just put it on the vise tonight and adjusted the scope, level, and I guess I should probably I don't fucking know. I'll probably clean it. See if that helps. I mean, it's way too young to have the barrel shot out, but I have other options and other things to fuck with right now. In addition to getting dialed in for the competition on Sunday, I just got to take the guns out and re-zero them, and blah 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 blah. Anyhow, all right, man. I'm gonna turn this off because I'm spacey. It's probably midnight. I want to get a cigar and go to bed at a reasonable hour because I got to get up and work tomorrow. And it's probably much later for you. So anyhow, thank you, AT. And thank you for sharing about your plans and your dreams to get this Sharps recreation. Man, it just sounds amazing. I was looking at the gun show yesterday, and I was looking at these old Winchesters and even some Sharps, and and I was thinking, they're super collectible, and these guys were not giving them away by any stretch of the imagination, but you might be able to haggle or get their number and talk to them when they're not at the gun show, because I think they kind of got to hold the price up more. But I was thinking, man, that's collectible and all, but even if the barrel's in decent shape, it's probably not going to be accurate. So a collector's item at that point, you're not going to rebarrel it. So I love that you're going to get that recreation target rifle. I love it. All right, brother. I'm going to sign off here. Thank you all for being here. It says we got 5. No, oh shit. J-Dog's still here. I've been here. Got you on the bench. I'm glad you're working on your gun too. Right on. Good morning. Papa's here. Good morning, Papa. Bruce. give you my email. I'll leave it in a comment on one of your shorts. I don't care if people see my email. I will after I write it down, I'll delete it. Have a good night. Love you, Papa. J-Dog, love you. Papa, go live. Tell Bruce he can't see our comments again. No, I can see them. I just wasn't scrolling down. I'm sorry. And still get original Sharps cheaper than that repro. Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Oh, fuck. So is it shit? I think J-Dog should go live, play some music. What is the chance of getting J-Dog to play music on a live? Because that's the best. That's way too early for Papa. Papa could do like go on and do his, his sneak attack, but he'll be back on in the morning. I'm not saying who should do what, but and and you're all dipped in Citra Shine. Citra Strip or Citra Shine? And what is that? Oh, fuck. J-Dog, did you fuck something up? Let me see something. You're talking about this stuff? You put this stuff on your gun? I didn't realize this shit works on metal. I use it to strip wood. Hey, Papa, am I stepping on your toes here? You want to go? Yeah, literally, it's like 3 feet away from me. I just moved it off onto the floor the other day because it was this morning, I think, because it was sitting next to the heater dehydrator that I use to dry the brass. And I was like, yeah, maybe. I don't think that shit's flammable, but I take the chance. I hope everyone has a good night. I unfortunately can't stay awake. That's no, you should shit. Fucking knocking the phone down over and over. Oh, you're live. Okay, sorry. That'll remove Rust-Oleum paint. Well, that's cool. What do you call it? So I'm wrapping it up here because I finished our little project. I want to have a decent cigar, and before I go to bed, I don't want to be out here till all fucking hours trimming brass. That shit ain't gonna go. Oh, that's still open. Okay. We're going in the house. You get to join me in the inner sanctum of the laundry room. All right, I'm gonna wash my hands. So who's go? So Papa. So just say it, okay? Look, just fucking say it. Who's going? Papa, you going? Because I want to know where I'm going next. Papa, now I got soap all over my hands, so I can't check. If I turn around, you can see the drop seat zipper. I think we need to get one of these for Chance. And I don't know if it'll fit, but I think it will. Because he does his lives where he's sitting there in the chair. I think he needs to be in these Smurf-footed camo onesies. The tactical hoodie footy. See, you guys are, I mean, not Papa, obviously, but he's still more than 10 years younger than me. But you guys are young men, and you may be invested in being hard men, but I am not. I am old, and I'm a big man, and I'm still a little bit strong. But and I didn't think compared to Chance. Chance is a fucking giant, goddamn fucking redwood tree, sequoia. That's what she said, anyhow. But I haven't thrown a punch in many decades, and I don't even fucking give a shit. That's why I carry a gun, and I hope don't come to that. But I don't track fights. So I never did. After I was about 20, I probably never had a fight. So, well, I used to fight a lot, and then I got a serious life lesson about why it's a bad idea to be fighting. And I didn't get my ass kicked. Well, I almost got my ass kicked by a judge. So, anyhow, I learned about fighting and decided I wasn't going to do it anymore, and I haven't been in a fight since. So I'm not invested in being a hard man. And that's why I can wear fucking Smurf gear, camo Smurf gear. And I train with my guns, I don't just own them. I fucking train with them so that if I ever need to use them, I can. And get this cigar. And we're going to head out in the garage and have a cigar. And then I'll read the comments. And then I'm going to shut this thing off and let somebody else go live. Okay. And our evening cigar is a comfortably numb. This way? Comfortably numb. I can't read the shit. Oh, no. Espinosa Cigars, Comfortably Numb. This is a volume 1. All right, Papa, go live. Carson Sequoia. Dude's fucking 6'5", and he's a big dude. He's been putting, and he's a big boy. Like I'm 6, right? I'm 6 foot tall, or at least last time I measured. Last time I got measured, I was like 16 and got my driver's license. I measured 6 foot tall, and I've never gotten measured. So I'm like, no, I'm 6. That's it. I don't even want to fucking know, right? I'm probably not, but I might be. Anyhow, I'm not small, but standing next to Chance and everybody's small. He's a big fucking boy. All right. Papa, go live. Carson is a Sequoia. All right. So what are we doing? Is anybody ready to go? Because if you are, I'll hang up and we can fucking go to your live and I'll sit in the dark and have a cigar. So who's going to go? J-Dog, do you have an inside line on what Papa's going to do? I know it's only about 14 degrees where you live, but what's the chance of you just skipping barefoot on out to the shed and playing some guitar? Because that would be epic. Be epic. Anybody? 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 Well, Chanson did name the shit the Ballistic Cigar Lounge, and I appreciate that because that was a. No, I don't think we call them Sequoia. Sequoia is a California tree, and although these trees are fucking magnificent, I used to live in the redwoods for a different part of my life. Waiting to hear the word. Me too. But I bet, I mean, are you, so now that you went live, do you like have the fever, the go live fever? Like you thinking like Papa's not ready, so you're going to grab the guitar and go play for an hour? All right, hold on. I'm just going to let you guys figure it out, and you just type. Where's my fucking lighter? That feels like lighter. It's not. It's a cutter. So we are toasting the end of the cigar. You don't have to light it this way. And I just use Bics. I don't give a shit. I've been smoking cigars for fucking 30 years. Ain't killed me yet. We took my dad to the cigar bar last night. He's like 88. It ain't fucking pretty, but he appreciated it. He used to live in Austin, and my brother he was by my brother in Austin, and they moved out of Austin. So my dad was there all alone. So I'm like, fuck that. We dragged his ass up here. Actually got thrown out of his apartment complex, his federal apartment complex, because some kind of handgun incident. He some fucking shit where he was explaining to someone how, because he was wearing a chest pack, and how he gets his gun out, or how he didn't take it. He says he didn't take his gun out, but someone felt unsafe, and he got thrown out of his fucking housing unit. So we just scooped him up and brought him up here. So we took him to a place about 15 minutes. And so we took him to the cigar lounge last night. He appreciated it. All right. Listen, I should not have been going live tonight because I look like fucking shit. And, I didn't do my hair. And it looks pretty amazing. But no, it doesn't. I look like fucking shit. I just went live for 2.5 hours. So somebody else has to go now. Well, that's fucking in Austin, which I guess is, Austin may be liberal, but it ain't like liberal compared to Washington or California or Oregon. Yeah, thank you, brother. So, no, this is rough even by my standards. See the Grinch t-shirt? That's fucking rocking. There you go. Thank you, brother. So, anyhow, so listen, I can't fucking believe how supportive you guys are. I'm super grateful and appreciative that you guys are supportive. So I was on one of these videos. I'm actually at a 600-yard competition. My wife's with me. I'm like, "You filming?" I'm like, she's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "How's my hair?" She's like, looks at him like, "Do I look gorgeous?" It's gorgeous. Anyhow, uh, so do we know? Is anyone going? Can I hang the phone up now? Can we? I think he's gonna go live though. Hopefully. I thought we weren't. We. I can't believe that he gets up this early. It's like what? It's 3:21 in the morning there, where he lives. And I'm a night. I guess I'm a night owl here. Obviously, a night owl also. But I guess he's a morning person. Like, who the fuck gets up at 3 in the morning? I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, God bless him. I have no problem with it, but I just ain't geared. I ain't rigged that way. I've never looked at myself smoking a cigar before. It's funny shit. Wow. Is that always the case? Because I know you're. Well, yeah, I guess so. Because like after your lives, you'd go play a couple hours of night something Minecraft. Um, you know what? That's funny. Yeah, so I go. So I try to go to bed at 2. I try to go to bed at 1, but obviously that's not happening tonight. I don't even know what fucking time it is. Hold up. I check my other phone. 12:23. Okay. So all right. So yeah, like I tried to go to bed by 1, but definitely by 2 because I got to be up at 3:23 for you. So you're. I thought you were central. I guess I know that, but what the fuck is my phone doing? I'm just looking to see on the notifications. Have you seen the shit? The dude who's always like in a car full of food, Emo the Great or something like that. And he's in, like he's in a car like full of food, and it's a cop talking. He's like, "Just heading home, man." And he's like, "Sir, you're in a car full of Waffle House pancakes and maple syrup and butter." He's like, steam. And he's like, "The steam keeps them fluffy." Oh yeah, I should have. No, I love that shit. I fucking comment on every one of his fucking things. Oh, dude, there's a um. Here, I got one for you. There's, like I said, a 600-yard comp, and I was waiting for the thing to start, and I'm like, while we wait, we hydrate. Did you see that one? It's on my channel. Yeah, I love that you got the put it on a cracker. Put that shit on a cracker. You got it's like when you did that on your live, I laughed so hard because I love that guy. Like, but how like you know how it is, like you have shit that circulates in your feed, and then shit just drops off and you don't see it anymore, and then you think about it later and like stale crack. Put it on it, yeah. Put that on a cracker, dude. Yeah, that guy. We're gonna have the ga fish. We're gonna have the ga. You got that fucking prehistoric fucking thing out there. Um, yeah, anyhow, while we wait, we hydrate. Right. Oh man, I gotta get the right angle here so my fucking neck doesn't. I don't want to give you guys fucking weird sex. You'd be in therapy because my neck looked like a vagina and gave you impure thoughts. Not you, J Dog, I know, but like the people who are lurking in here, be all like thinking the wrong thing. I don't care who you are. That would be the wrong thing to be thinking. I don't care. I don't care if you're fucking old and gay or that shit is wrong. And we make all the jokes about Nancy Pelosi being a sex symbol, but making, you know, and we make jokes about my neck looking like a vagina. But uh, anybody who needs therapy or doesn't need therapy because they've been having those thoughts, I feel really bad. I feel That's not the kind of compliments I want. Well, so this comment, they need a safe space. Is that in regard to a safe space for people who are thinking my neck looks like a vagina, or is that going back to the Austin comments? Yeah, we live in the thick of it here. This is like, I live really close to Seattle, um, and when I go to Seattle, and when I'm in Seattle, like everybody's trans. It's and I don't have a problem with it. I do not. So I know a lot of people do. I do not have a problem with it. Um, with people being trans, I have a problem with people not under, people thinking um, that they're so leftist that they want to create some kind of utopia and have a fixed guaranteed income because they don't want to work. And in some ways, I don't think that's totally unreasonable as a concept. I just think like the reality is this is America. It's a fucking like it's a slave state, and they don't care if you're black or white because we're all slaves, and you're gonna fucking work till from if they have their way, and I mean the mega rich, uh, we're just gonna work until you fucking die, and they'll take everything they can away from us, and privatize it so that they can make more money on it on Social Security and the prisons and um, the post office and everything, and so and I don't agree with any of that. So, but I don't think I'm a leftist either. Uh, I just I don't think we get that much, and I don't think we should give up what we got. Um, you're moving out, yeah. Oh shit! I'm gonna yes, that was a mistaken call. My dad just rang me on the phone. My dad just called. I'm up. I'd answer it, but I'm on here with you guys. But he doesn't. He's like up all night too. Um, so anyhow, yeah, you'd be having a party out here. But the only problem is you can't fucking bring the guns. So like I'm seriously like thinking about getting a place in Arizona, or even um, a storage unit in Idaho to put the guns because they're gonna fucking come for them eventually. That's the plan. Like that is like, oh no, we don't want to come for guns. Yeah, they totally do. So and every year they have more and more gun control laws on the West Coast. And I don't even want to tell you how bad it gets in a year here. But like they want to put in a license to purchase, which is totally unconstitutional. But the Supreme Court has not had a flavor for fixing this shit. And the states don't even give a shit. Fucking 9 days after the state of New York lost New York Pistol Rifle Association, um, Bruin, basically. 9 days after the state of New York lost that case at the Supreme Court, they came out with an even harsher concealed carry law. Uh, so they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit what the Supreme Court does. They're just going to keep throwing more laws and more bullshit laws at us, and it's death by 1,000 paper cuts. They go after the FFLs. They go after every fucking thing they can. So um, they're already talking about implementing a waiting period. What, you guys don't have waiting periods? What? What dream world do you live in? So they have a waiting period on the LDUB or the handguns? So here used to be they had waiting periods on handguns, and I don't and ARs also. And then like 2 years ago, and then I think 3 years, 2 or 3 years ago, they passed. They passed like no semi-autos, no centerfire rifles, no centerfire anything. Yeah, the fucking assault weapon ban. And then I didn't want to I didn't want to fucking do this because it's all so depressing. Um, and then the next year they came out with fucking 2 week wait on bolt actions and shotties. And all this fucking bullshit. No, you can walk in and walk right out, which is how it should be with an AR. You can do that with an AR. You just walk in, buy an AK, and walk out with it. They do your background check, and 15 minutes later, you're good to go. I mean, I figure that's the way the rest of the country is for bolt actions, but oh my god, I don't know where you are. I could guess, but I'm not going to bother because I know you don't talk about it, so we ain't going to talk about it. But let's just say you're in a swing state somewhere or a red state. But yeah, I'm talking. So I ain't giving up Washington. I live in my wife's family home. It was her dad's house, a nice place. She loves it. And we ain't giving it up. And I got a business here, so it's sort of like golden handcuffs. Like I can't afford to leave. But we're definitely looking at like a second house down in like be somewhere between Vegas and um, uh, Parker, Arizona, which is basically like the Colorado River because we like boating. Well, I didn't even know that there weren't waiting lists. I didn't even know there weren't waiting periods for um, ARs. I just figured that it was like you didn't have to wait for a shoddy or you didn't have to wait for a bolt action, but I thought you'd have to wait for pistol like there's a 2 week wait for pistols, a 2 week wait for ARs. Like I just thought every place was like that. I didn't know you could get them over the counter. I assume you have to do a 4473, but it's okay with me if you don't. Yeah, I mean everyone's got the national background check, right? But if they do pass that shit, I ain't gonna be getting any more at all. Well, I won't. You know, I went to the gun show yesterday, and I might have gotten some stuff, but there's a lot of shit there that looked really good. But so first time ever, I held a CZP09, and I ran, and they let me dry fire it, even though they like no dry fire. Um, but but it was a nice fucking gun. And I thought, yeah, it's a nice gun. It kind of reminded me of a Mechanic, um, but better looking. And but I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, I don't have any CZ. Well, I have a CZ shotgun. That's like a fucking nice fucking shotgun. Um, the over under trap sporting clays, um, really fucking pretty. I think I've had that out on the channel once, um, but it lives in a sock, in the safe. Um, but Jansen, you got to get the fucking the uh, the camo, the tactical camo footy hoodie PJs for when you're sitting in your chair. So, um, well, we're waiting for you to go live. Would you go live, please? Just say yes. You'll go live, and I'll fucking hang this shit up so fast. Um, so anyway, what I was saying is, but like, so I had a CZ in my hand at the gun show yesterday, um, and I was like, "Yeah, it's a fucking nice gun," and it was weighted. It had really good weight to it. It felt good in the hand. It like had really good balance. I fucking thing would run, no question. But I got fucking great guns, so Like, I don't need to add, like, I did not feel like buying it. I was like, oh, that's a nice gun. Okay. Um, well, thank you, Carson. But we're just waiting for someone else to go. Like, like I know like sometimes people don't want to, say when they're going to go, right? Like if someone's on, they won't tell you that they're going to go because they don't want you to be, you know, sad or whatever. But they don't want to, like, no, please, someone go. Like I start off every when I do it when I do a live at like 11, 12 at night. I'm like, hey, somebody look. If J Dog's on, let's all go off my live and go to his because J Dog has the best lives. Um, and so I would gladly shut my live off and go to his live, especially if he's got any guitar out. That is like the dream. Um, I remember like September, October, whatever, August, whatever it was, be sitting out on the deck with my wife smoking cigars because she smokes like swishers. Um, and, J Dog was playing guitar and it was fucking great. It was like, and we were both loving it. And she loves Rush. So, and J Dog sometimes plays Rush and inspires others to play Rush, even if it's not on the guitar. So I'm holding the camera. I'm sitting in my stupid fucking rocking chair. It's not a rock. It's like a lawn chair, um, patio chair that I inherited from some rental we had like 10 years ago down in Vancouver. Um, and then when we moved, I took it with us and the Weber. Fucking, there was a Weber in this place. Um, and turn on. Okay, well, it's going to be real easy to get off this live because my battery will die and then we'll be done. Um, well, not really, dude. I'm in my fucking crappy garage. Like, I never go live like this because of the boat cushions that are behind me. Those are the cushions for the inside of my boat for the cabin of the 22-foot Bayliner. Um, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. I don't mean to make you feel self-conscious. I'm just saying you have the best lives. I'm excited that you went today. I couldn't believe I fucking missed it. Um, and but dude, please go live. Play. I'm sorry, it's cold. Put your keens on and play guitar on your live, and we will send you money. It's not going to be a lot, but it's better than a fucking stick in the eye. Maybe Ice Cream Sammy money, bro. But yeah, so one or two things has to happen. And I could just hang up the phone. I just wanted to have my cigar in the dark, in the peace and fucking quiet. Um, but no, you've got me fucking monologuing. Um, so anyway, no, the fucking CZ was a nice gun, but I'm like, yeah, I don't fucking need it. I got a couple of Glocks and a few and a PDP and um, God forbid, daggers even. And like, I had a dagger on the nightstand for because I only started making money a couple of years ago, and I now make like decent money. But shit, I was fucking poor for a long time, especially coming out of you know, especially coming out of the pandemic and shit. Um, so I had a dagger on my nightstand for years, uh, and it ran. I don't just put a gun on my nightstand. Um, I believe you when you say that it's a nightmare to work on. Um, but I don't like buy a gun and let it sit there. I take it out and run it. I put 500 or so rounds through it without failure before I'll carry it or 500 to 1,000 rounds. But I had a dagger on my nightstand, not the one that I sold to Carson. Carson got basically a brand new one. Because I'd bought a bunch of daggers, um, because I had one, and that thing ran. And that was like when daggers were like $400. When they first came out, they had the first run, and then they were gone for a long time. And there was people were talking about them. And then when they came back on, I got one. Like when they were first available again, and that was a really fucking good gun. And I learned how to work on locks with that dagger because I did every fucking imaginable thing to the trigger. Anyway, so and then I got it. So I bought these rainbow oil slick slides for my wife to build her a Glock for Valentine's, to build her a dagger for Valentine's. Put a dagger frame under it and these rainbow slides. So then I started getting daggers, and so I got a bunch of them. And that's why I had one for Carson. And I got, anyway, like, what the only way I'm going to lose the fucking Glocks, or the Glock 47, is if, God forbid, I have to use it and give it up. So I don't feel like I need to go long and deep, but I don't, like, what would I do? Get a new Gen 6 17 or a 19 or a 49? Like, what is that? The 17 grip with the, I fucking run that 47. I love it. Diamond Boy? Well, yeah, you're here. I ain't talking about you behind your back. Well, I did fucking talk about you behind your back. Told these guys you're a fucking sequoia. You're a redwood. You're a fucking redwood motherfucker. You're a giant among men, literally, not figuratively. Yeah, Chanson's a fucking giant dude. Like, I feel bad for short people around you. Like, I ain't short, but around you, I ain't tall. Around you, you're tall. I mean, you don't see a ton of dudes over 6'5". Occasionally, you'll see, like, do you know how that works, by the way? So 1 in 10 people are 6 feet tall, and then 1 in 100 are 6'1", and 1 in 1,000 are 6'2", and 1 in like, I don't know if this is exactly true. 1 in 10, are 6 whatever. 1 in 10 are, here, let's do the exponential math. 1 in 10 are over 6 feet tall. 1 in 100 are over 6'1". 1 in 1,000 are over 6'2". 1 in 10,000 are over 6'3". One is it? This can't be true. And before I met my wife, I was dating a girl who was 6'2" and fucking gorgeous. And just on a whole different scale, like, and anyway, we were together for about a year and a half, and I proposed to her, and she said no. But I got over it. And she was stunning. She's a beautiful girl. And way too fucking smart. Way is like genius, like Mensa genius levels of smart, and way smarter than I was or am, which I don't have a problem with. But anyhow, yeah, but she was actually a giant. She had giantism. She had like the gene and all the shit. Anyhow, would somebody fucking go live? Wait, what? What is the gulag? What? Oh, Bruce Laddie and Smart don't go in the same lady and no, genius. Look, Obviously, she was really smart because she didn't accept my proposal. Yeah, that was I've been with my wife for 13 years now, 12 or 13 years. So, but it just feels like a minute ago. Anyhow, well, I am tired. But I ain't that tired. There's like, there's, there's, there's base level, those are my golf clubs that I haven't fucking swung since before the pandemic. Um, just fucking seeing the hell's in this garage behind me because I never sit here with the light on. Um, there's book smart and then there's smart. Um, and then there's like shit that you can do, getting shit done in the real world, kind of smart. Um, dude, would someone please? Oh, we have. What does this say? Well, fellow, it would appear that Papa has gone live. Let me suggest that we all take this moment to adjourn. Yeah, I just got a notification. Let's go. All right, dudes, I'll see you there. Thank God. Sorry that y'all, thank you for being here. I'm honored and flattered, but um, love you too, bro, man. I'm honored that you were here and hanging out with me on my live. But I never planned on doing a live sitting in this chair with the boat cushions and the golf clubs and shit behind me, um, in my messy fucking garage. And, I don't do face, well, I do the faces on the video, but I can't do it at the same time as the guns. Anyhow, so I don't have a gun wall. Anyhow, all right. Peace. I'll see you over in Papa's. I'm turning off the live now. Bye. Yes.